Microsoft Excel, Chapter 1, Blue Box 3. One of the things that is a good practice in Microsoft Excel is documenting the work that you do. This can be done in the documentation worksheet that we have in this workbook, which we will see examples of that later, but it can also be by allowing yourself, if you're going to be the only user, or others when a group of workers might use the same Excel file, is to add some sort of documentation. In this particular case, notice I am on the Friday worksheet. You will notice that there is a red triangle in the upper right-hand corner of A1 on the Friday worksheet. As I hover over top of it, you'll notice that something pops out, and what pops out is Indigo restaurant data only. So the author of this Excel file wanted to explain that this was only related to the Indigo 5 restaurant. Presumably, perhaps there were other restaurants or other guest data that perhaps we have reservations for, but this is for only the Indigo 5 restaurant. We're going to do something similar on the food purchases worksheet. So this is what's known in Excel. In the current version, it's known as a note. It used to be called a comment, which can be a little confusing because what was a comment is now a note, and the comment is another way in which we can add some documentation, but it's not a part of this particular assignment. So I'm going to go to the food purchases worksheet. I'm going to go to cell A11, and I'm going to add a comment. To do that, remember last time we talked about how we describe the ribbon. In this case, I'm going to go to the Review tab, and one of our choices is a Notes group. In the Notes group, I'm going to click the down arrow next to the word Notes, perhaps. And with A11 activated, make sure you've activated A11, I'm going to choose a new note. You'll notice that it has placed my name in the box, and in this exercise, we're going to use the delete key. Actually, we'll go back. I just double click. Let's use Command A. That is a good way of dealing with things. Command A will allow me to delete everything that is in this text box, which is the first thing that we're asked to do. Now I've hit delete and it's gotten rid of everything. We're going to add our own note. Our note is going to be consumer rating based on a scale of 1 to 5. If you're using the Microsoft Excel MyLab Grader project, do make sure, depending on the preferences of the professor, that you type things exactly the way in which you're asked to in the assignment. If no tolerance is set, then you have to get everything perfectly correct. So capital C in consumer space consumer space rating based on a scale of 1 to 5. There is no punctuation. I didn't add anything other than spaces between the words. I'm not adding punctuation or spacing or anything. You can see the cursor is blinking after 5. You'll notice, like many things that we have on computers, we could grab the corners of this box and resize it, and it'll automatically wrap the text accordingly. I'm going to simply just click away. And now when I hover back over A11, you'll notice that text appears. Other ways in which we can get the text to appear is under this down box, I could show all notes. Or I can turn that off by clicking again the down arrow and clicking off the show all notes. Again, it's another example of a toggle where it's either on or off. And that is all you need to do for this particular blue box assignment. Again, making sure that you are staying current and your worksheet and the video's worksheets look identical. If I click on A11, I might need to move my mouse out to the right-hand side of the cell. I should be able to see consumer rating based on a scale of 1 to 5.